Hey guys, it is Franny of Shine with Franny, and I'm coming to you live here from Montana. As many of you know, I've been checking states off of my bucket list to get all 50 states by the end of my 40th birth year. So that is this year. So my birthday is in October. So I'm rounding it out with Idaho today and for the weekend, and then Oregon into next week. So super jazzed about that. But I've been traveling a ton, and of course, in all these national parks and everything, we see all the recyclables. And yesterday in particular, I noticed in Yellowstone that, of course, that there should be no trace of man in the park. And so everything you bring in has to come out with you, right? And so they really encourage that. And it started me thinking on my drive, I was like, everywhere we hear about our carbon footprint and what is your carbon footprint? And I started thinking about what is our love footprint? Of course, the environment is amazing and the earth is really important for us to take care of. It's the only resource that we really have, and the one that God has given us and entrusted us to be good stewards of. But ultimately, He's given us a command to love one another and, of course, to love Him. That's the ultimate one, right? And so because of our love for Him, then we love other people. That's what we are called to do. And so thinking about that, it really started my mind, of course, spiraling, thinking, how could we have a love footprint? And so I came up with a challenge. So it is my birthday in the month of October. And so what I started thinking of was, how powerful would it be to take my two personal passions, God and fitness, and put them together and marry them together, and then of course pay it forward and share it with you. Now I know, thank God, because of the internet and the technology, we now have a huge platform, right? Thomas Friedman says the world is flat. So we've got people from all over the country and all over the world really who are part of the Shine team, right? The Shine with Franny team. And ultimately, this business is not about me, right? I call it my business tree, but it's about us. It's about celebrating the extraordinary people, right? And the many ways in which we connect with one another. And so what I'm wanting to do is come up with a love footprint challenge. So for the month of October, I'm going to encourage you to move your body, because we know that ultimately this is the only body we've been given on this side of heaven. And in order to move this body, right, then we could then move the body of the church. And so that's what we're called to do, right? And so thinking about this, the first week of October, I'm going to challenge you to 5 miles. The second week, 10 miles. The third week, 15. And the fourth week, 20 miles. So adding 5 miles incrementally every week. And that is just your own personal challenge, your own personal fitness challenge. But along with that, we're going to, of course, then add the component of love. And so that's where the love footprint comes in. So as you're walking maybe around the neighborhood, maybe you're going to go ahead and pick up a bag and you're going to walk around the neighborhood and pick up trash. Or maybe you're going to take a few extra steps and bring your neighbor's newspaper from the end of the driveway up to the front porch. Or maybe you're going to go and volunteer and help somebody clean out their gutters. Or maybe you're going to make a meal for a friend and walk it to her house or bring it there, to her. So thinking about ways that you can share love, and really then adding the component of the fitness. So you know as well as I do, of course, that we pay for and we invest in what we value. And so I know that many of you, of course, have done 5K races and you've done other things, fitness challenges and whatnot. And there always has to be a component of accountability. So what I've done is I've taken the 5, 10, 15, and 20, the mileage, and I've added that up, and it rounds out to $50. So I'm going to encourage you to invest $50, and that is really for accountability. Because we know, you know as well as I do, right, that when we pay for something, we hold on to it a little bit more. If somebody give you a free concert ticket, right, you're going to have a little less interest in going versus if you paid $150 to go ahead and see Celine Dion. Not my choice, but you know what I'm saying. So I say all that because I am going to start next week. We're going to go ahead, and if you sign up for the challenge, the Love Footprint Challenge, then I'm going to deliver to you in your inbox. It's going to come with like a little reflection guide. So maybe you want to do this with your family. It'd be a great thing for you guys, you and your families to do, or maybe with some people from work, and maybe really just to have these conversations of what you've done. And I'm just going to be so exciting to see the ways in which we can use the internet and how many of the different pockets of the world that we could radiate and share love. It'll be so amazing. And so what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to give away some prizes every single week. The best love story will get a special prize, and then also at the end there will be a grand prize, and it won't have anything to do with competition in regards to if you walked 25 miles or whatnot. It will not be that. It'll be related, of course. It'll be random selection, but I really want to focus in on how we're sharing love and what we're doing and the ways in which people are then receiving it. So it's going to start the week of October 3rd, and it's going to go all the way through the month of October. And every single week, of course, there's going to be a little log for you to go ahead and record your mileage, and then also to go ahead and journal and write about your stories of how you've shared love. So it's a really great combination of course, moving your body to move the body. And we do that, of course, by sharing and showing love. So I will be sending more information and more details. I'd love to have you be a part of this love footprint, because that's ultimately why we're here, guys, right? We can't have a carbon footprint without a love footprint. So let's start there.